Hello everyone, welcome to Teaching Mission. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a shop information gathering application by using ChatGPT. So I think you are aware of ChatGPT. In these days, it is very popular uh, in all the domains. So basically, it is a AI model based application. You can ask it anything and it can give you answers for your questions. So now I'm asking the question by saying that I need to build an application for shop information by using Python. So I am now mentioning about what are the columns we need to capture, like name, location of the shop, city of the shop, and mobile number of the shop owner. So and to ask ChatGPT in detail so that it will be able to answer our question precisely. So I am also asking ChatGPT to provide me the HTML code along with the Python application code, which is API code. So let's see. And here I am also mentioning that I want to store that information in a local database, which is SQLite 3 in this context. After submitting the data, that we need to see that information in a page, right? So let's see, it is returning some Python code now. So this is the API code. Here shopdb is a local SQLite file, and then it is giving us a schema followed by one API route. So now it will also give us index.html file along with the code. You can see the code is being generated. Meanwhile, I can create an app.py and then paste the code. So now we can go to HTML code. So this is the HTML code. This is a basic HTML form. We have to create a templates folder, and then in the templates folder we have to create one file with index.html name. Then we have to paste the code which we copied earlier. So now let me start the server, python 3 space app.py. Now the server is started. You can go to that URL in the browser. So this is a basic information gathering page. We can submit some test data here. So this is basically HTML page, and the data which we are submitting here will be sent to the application API, the Python API. So I'm entering basic information. Then once I submit the data, we can see the data within the page. Okay, so this is how we can submit one data point and we can see it in the page itself. Because I refreshed the page, the duplicate entry was submitted. So now that's not a big deal. So now let's go back to the ChatGPT and ask for a separate shop data page, because this application might be used by any other users. So we should have a separate page where we can see the submitted data. So let's ask ChatGPT to provide a better UI for this existing page first. So here I'm asking it to provide a theme for the HTML page. Now we can see some bootstrap CSS is being added to the code. So basically ChatGPT is now adding some CSS to the existing page. Later we can ask for a separate page. I will show that in a moment. So let's see. Once this code generation is done, we can copy this code and we can replace this code in the HTML file, index.html file. So okay, now we can copy this code. Let me copy it and paste it in the index.html. So now let me restart the server and we can see the change is reflecting now. So now it looks beautiful. So what we can do, we can submit the data and we can see the data itself in this page, but I want to see this data in a separate page. So we have to ask ChatGPT to provide this piece of code in a separate HTML. We also need a separate endpoint in API. So I'm also going to ask that in this prompt. So it is context aware. Context aware means the code which we asked earlier is in its knowledge base. So it is going to add the extra code to the existing HTML page. Otherwise, we can also do something like only asking a bit of code. So here, let's see how it is going to display the code. So it is saying that shopdata.html is a new file which we are going to create. So let me copy this code and create that file in the existing directory, shopdata.html. So I'm going to create that in templates.html. Now we have to copy this code. So done, and we need to add this endpoint to the existing application. So it is saying that add this endpoint, add this import library. So render template is something which you need to import. So that import is done, and we have to add this endpoint shop data. So this is the URL which we are going to hit to see the submitted data. So we can add it just below the /route. So now done. So the application is restarted. So what we can do, we can go, we have to remove the shops because we want to show that shop information in other page, this not in this page. We can also remove this, but let me open that. So here the URL is shop data, shop_data. So this is how we can get the data in a separate page. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Subscribe to Teaching Machine. Thank you.